Hello again, Canvas Real Estate Miami Lakes team. This is again Coach. Today is Friday, April 21st, and this is the recording for the group coaching mastermind as far as the training side. And today we're going to be discussing scripts and dialogues. Now, scripts and dialogues is one of the segments in this business that agents take for granted. However, any successful real estate agent in this business at some point or another has gone through many trainings and have mastered the scripts and dialogues. Okay, so what is the script and dialogue? That's the question. Or what is scripts? Well, scripts is a way, for me, my definition of scripts is the way you control a conversation, that you're able to lead the conversation to get the information that you want and take the customer to the next steps to take action in their process of real estate, whether they're selling or whether they're buying. Now, I say this, that selling is not telling. Selling is asking great questions or good questions. So as part of your selling career, you need to be you need to be armed, ready, and dangerous when it comes to asking questions. Now, in this part, you need also to keep in the back of your mind, or have in the back of your mind, that a lot of people don't like to be asked questions, but your job, in order to help them solve their situation, requires for you to ask them questions. So you really need to be kind of like, it's like almost like an art form. You need to be a master as to how you're going to ask those questions. Now, the key to this is ask open-ended questions. Now, obviously, there's going to be some questions along the way that are yes and no, but for the most part, you want to ask open-ended questions. Why? Because you want to have a dialogue. You want to get information that is important in order to see, number one, if you have an opportunity, if you have a true lead, and if you're able to help them. Because not every lead that shows up is going to be a match. Not every lead is going to be a good lead. So this is the part that if you master this part, you're going to save yourself lots of time. Because the last thing you want to do is start working with someone, you invest time and energy, and then you find out that they're not ready to do anything. So whether you're working with a renter, like here we have Regla, and she's working with a tenant, but the tenant, she wants to rent the property, but she's not ready because it's too costly. She needs to give 3 months. But now Regla, she's finding this out. So at some point, Regla is going to make the determination, okay, I want to help you. I'm in a position to help you, but if you're not ready, I got to move on. And you got to then you let them know, prepare them as to what to expect in the process of the leasing or selling or buying a property. Okay, so scripts. So scripts is they're a way to carry a conversation and control the conversation, because he who asks the most questions controls the conversation. That's one definition. The other definition is that by you knowing the scripts, now when the conversation gets out of line, so think of this as you're driving in the highway and you go to the merge lane. You got to straighten the car out again in order to get going in the right direction. Well, the scripts is the same way. that if the conversation goes to the left or to the right, goes sideways, because you know the scripts, now you could direct the conversation back straight again and keep it moving forward. Okay. So I'm going to share a couple of scripts with you. And from this, I'm going to be sharing all of these scripts with you. So this is one that it is, if you're new in the business, okay, and today we have Ricardo, who actually just got his license a couple of weeks ago, and he's just new in the business. Now, this is what we call the Ford script, okay? And it's a very easy, and this is new to real estate. And now this is when you're calling people that you know or people that know you, okay? So you're going to tell them, hello, this is Joel. How have you been? Ford, F for family. How's the family? Break the ice. How is your family doing? How are you doing? O is for, are you still working at ABC Jewelers? Are you still working at T-Mobile? Are you still working at the airport? Occupation. R, are you still enjoying whatever? Oh, did you take that trip? Oh, how are things? How are things doing recreationally? And then D is, did you ever pursue that dream? So basically, as you look at this, it is just a way for you to carry on a conversation, just to have a dialogue. And then you get now to the point. I'm calling to share that I'm now a real estate agent, and this is from the previous company that I was at. I'm calling you to share that I am now a real estate agent with Canvas Real Estate. I thought of you because I knew you would be someone to help me grow my business, especially since you know my track record and commitment to doing the very best. Now, I like to share my free real estate app with you. We all have an app, right? So it's so easy to check what's for sale and what's the price on your street in your neighborhood or any place in the US or Canada. Can I send you a text with a link? Does that sound good? Okay. And then you follow. I also like to offer you a real estate update on your neighborhood. Could you also add, and you can also add additional neighborhood you may be interested in, and even customize how often receive the update. All I need is your current address and email, and you'll start receiving it right away. Do you mind sharing this information with me? Or better said, could you share this information with me? Now, while I have a captive audience with all of you, I always share with the agents that you want to, with every conversation, you want to capture gold or solid gold information. Gold information is name, phone number, email address, or mailing address. Solid gold information is all four of them: name, phone number, email address, and mailing address. Because the moment that you have solid gold information, you're able to have a better communication with that contact that you just came across. You could send them market updates. You could send them a note. You could send them an item of value, in which, by the way, today, if you would be here, I was able to bring the items of value that I share with my customers that I send to them almost on a monthly basis. It's very nice. This is a company that I will share the information. Actually, it's called the Personal Marketing Company. And basically, you can mail these out for the cost of almost $1, including the postage. So it's the information and the postage. And there's different subjects that you could send. You could send real estate, money talk, spotlight, insights, and they're very well designed, very professional. Now, I recommend that you do this on a monthly basis, but if you don't have the budget, then every other month. and if not, at least once a quarter, every 3 months. But the importance about this is that your customers are seeing you, or your future customers, you're staying in top of mind. So aside from calling them, aside from texting them, aside from emailing them, aside from meeting with them in person, they're going to see you in their mailbox on a regular basis. Okay. So that's the importance of having gold or solid gold information. All right. Now, this is the new to real estate. Now, here's the other one, new to Canvas real estate. It's basically very similar. Okay. I like to share. Hello, this is Joel. And do you have a moment? How have you been? You go through the Ford script. You know, how's the family? How's work? You know, anything? Are you planning anything for the summer? And are you still thinking of taking that trip to Paris or to Europe or to California, whatever? Okay. Then you get, I like to share some exciting news with you. I've moved my real estate business over to to Canvas Real Estate. Okay. And so on and so forth. And now you share the information. Okay. So that's new to Canvas Real Estate. So here's the, let me see, getting a little bit thrown off. Okay, so on these scripts, there's also the part of referrals. Okay, would you mind sharing their name if a referral is given? Because you also want to ask when you speak with someone, hey, by the way, who would you happen to know? Listen to the question. Who would you happen to know that may be thinking or planning on moving, whether selling, buying, or wanting to make a real estate investment? You put that question out there. Let's silence. There's nothing wrong with having silence in the room. The one who speaks first loses. Okay, so you ask the question. Hi, Daimara, who would you happen to know that may be thinking or planning on moving, whether selling, buying, or wanting to make a real estate investment? Zip, quiet, let the person answer. Once they answer, they lost. So it's like a game, okay? They say, oh, no, not anyone. I can't think of anyone. Oh, great. How about any friends, any family members, or any co-workers? Oh, no, not really. I can't know. Okay, no problem. And how about you? When are you thinking or planning on moving? So you see how I asked the questions about somebody else, but now I'm focusing on them. How about yourself? And now you have the dialogue going. Now, if they say someone, would you mind if they say, no, Jose Gonzalez? Oh, great. Now, would you mind sharing their name and phone number or email so I can contact them? And do me a favor, please. If you do hear of someone with a real estate need, will you keep me in mind? Great. Let me know how you like my search app and the neighborhood updates. Thank you for your time and help. And please let me know if there's anything I can ever do for you. And optional on the bottom is, do you have time to get coffee sometime soon? Now, if this is someone that you want to build a relationship with, hey, do you have time to get coffee sometime soon? And again, always go for coffee because it's cheaper, especially if it's Cuban coffee. It'll cost you $3. A Cuban coffee, un pastel, or Cuban coffee and croquetas. $3 for them, $3 for you. So it's $7 or $8. Because if you invite them to lunch, it could set you back $20, $30, or $40. So always invite them for coffee. Breakfast or mid-afternoon. Okay, let's get together for coffee or mid-afternoon break. You got to be smart. Okay. Any questions so far? ¿Alguna pregunta? All right, you're in mute, Daimara.
No, it's very interesting.
Oh, okay, great. Now, so here's another script. new to the area. Okay. Hello, this is Joel. Do you have a moment? How have you been? You go through the questions. I'd like to share some exciting news with you. I have moved to, and so let's say this is someone, this is an agent, or you're an agent that you moved from another part of town. Let's say from Orlando, let's say from New York, excuse me, let's say from California, right? The same thing, you're gonna share the information, okay? That you're breaking the ice, okay? Now, this could apply to anyone. Doesn't mean that you moved from another town or another city. Hey, I moved into this area. I moved into Miami Lakes. I moved into West Palm Beach. I moved into Kendall. Okay, you share the same scripts, same information. Now, all this information I'm sharing with you is for you now to put it into your own words. That's another key to scripts. People say, well, I don't like scripts because I sound robotic. I sound like too programmed. No, put it into your own words. Use the scripts, but put it into your own words. So in other words, you're going to take this, and you can write it in Spanish, you can write it in English, practice it, and use the own way that you communicate. But again, there's certain questions that they need to be the same. And as I will share with you on some of the other scripts. Okay. So this is new to the area. Now, here's another one, calling referrals. There's a script also for calling referrals. Here's calling personal and professional services industry. You're calling companies, insurance companies, any service companies, anywhere where there's people. There's no reason why you cannot connect with those people. Now, you as a real estate agent, you want to connect and let your communications be to big groups of people where there's more than 1, 2, or 3 people. The more, the better, because now your pitch is going to be the same, but now you're pitching and you're speaking to multiple people. You're not speaking only to one segment or one group of people or one person. You're speaking to multiple people. Okay. And last, this is key, social media messages. Again, scripts doesn't have to be only for speaking in person. There's also scripts for social media messages. There's scripts for requesting showing appointments. I have a script for sharing my showing appointments, and I used it all the time. I'll share it with you, what my script is for showing instructions. Okay. So I'm going to put here, hello, colleague. This is Joel Milian with Canvas Real Estate. And I will like, or better said, may you please schedule me a showing appointment for today, Friday, between 6 and 7 on your listing of 123 Main Street, thanks and regards. License number. Now, in this little script, and I'm going to post it, in this little script message, you've told them everything. Hello, colleague, this is your name, your Canvas company, when you're looking to show, the time, the address, your license number, and attach a copy of your business card. Now this, all you have to do next time is just change the day, the time, and the address, and you have your script moving forward for requesting a showing. Now, if you were an agent and you would receive a script like this, do you think that the person reaching out to you is professional? Okay, that you don't have to ask any other questions, you have everything you need. Okay, so that's the power of scripts. So that's one way of using scripts. Okay, and here in social media, these are some that you could use. Hi, thanks for following me. I saw you commented on my listing at address. It's an amazing place and I don't anticipate it being on the market long, blah, blah, blah. Again, it's just the idea of people that you're communicating with on social media. And you could create your scripts, like to share your app. That's a script. Create a script within your social media to your audience, for those who are on your Facebook page, to share your app. Okay, here's another one. Social media direct message. Hi, my name is Joel Milian with Canvas Real Estate. Thanks for following me. I saw you commented on my listing. It's an amazing place and I don't anticipate blah, blah, blah. That's a script itself. Okay, so that's one set of scripts. Now I'm going to share another set of scripts. If I could find it here, give me a second. Let me locate it here. All right, so this is let me share. Hold on. Are you able to see my screen, Daimara?
Just you.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so this one I shared last week. So this is a way to build and sorting your database. Okay. Now, look at the right-hand side, build your database as you go. The 3 C's to get a database to come alive: contact, care, and community. So here's a dialogue. Oh, by the way, if you were buying, here, let me put this a little bit bigger. Oh, by the way, if you were buying or selling a home or had a friend or family member who was, do you have an agent you would refer them to? Okay, so this is someone that you meet out in the street, anyone, your neighbors, anyone. Now, for people you know well, oh, by the way, if you were buying or selling a home or had a friend or family member who was, am I the person you refer them to? Now, this is one way of you sorting out the people that you know, and for you to invest time and money on those that are going to do business with you. Okay. Now, using the mayor campaign to qualify individuals is imperative. There are only 2 possible responses, a yes or no. If the response is yes, meaning they already do have someone, they refer them, your reply is, that's great. It's important that you have a qualified professional to work with. But now here's so you say that, and now you ask them, oh, by the way, who happens to be your real estate agent? Because I may know them or I may work with them. Now, here what you're doing is you're identifying to see if it's true that they have someone that they were referred to. If they don't have the name to that question of who's the real estate agent that you would that they would work with, a red flag, the alarms go off. That means they don't have a real estate agent. Now you could become the real estate agent of choice. So we'll continue with this dialogue. It says, the point is you now know not to invest your time. If the response is no, then your reply is, well, I like to be that person. And from time to time, I come across valuable real estate information that everyone finds helpful. Would you like to receive that? Or again, that's a yes or no. Tell them, I would say, where could I send you this information? So I would say, well, I like to be that person or your agent of choice. And from time to time, I come across valuable real estate information that everyone finds helpful. Where would you like me to send you this? Now, whatever they answer, if they say, oh, you can send it to me by email, remember, solid gold. Awesome. Take down their email address. Oh, great. And would you happen to have a mailing address? Because sometimes the information I send mail outs to people that I know and my customers, and I would like to add you to my customer appreciation list. CAP, write this down. CAP, customer appreciation, CAP, customer appreciation program. C for customer appreciation, A, and P, program. I would like to add you to my customer appreciation program. And where would you like me to send you that? Great. And there's the address. Okay, great. Now, if something came up and I needed to get a hold of you, what's the best number to reach you? And you get that phone number. Okay, great. I'm going to stay in touch with you. And if you know of anyone who's thinking about buying or selling a home, just give me a call with their name and business number, and I'd be happy to follow up with them. So this is a script for building your database. And this, you could do this. Take your phone and go through every single contact that you have on your phone and go through the mayor campaign. And this is one way to build your database to a minimum of 200 to 250 people as soon as possible. Okay, so that's the power of scripts. Now I'm going to show you one more, and then I'm going to end up with sending notes, scripts for notes. So let me just. You can take. All right. So this is for the FSBO script. Oh, actually, I'm going to show you a script here called the just listed script. Okay. So this is for any property in your neighborhood or any area that you want to farm. All right. The just listed script. Hi, this is Joel Milian with Canvas Real Estate. And and there's a home listed. If it's not your listing, then you say there's a home listed here in your neighborhood at 123 Main Street. It has 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and it's listed at $475,000. And I was wondering, who do you know that would like to move into your area or your neighborhood? Fantastic. Now, I appreciate you taking time to think about it. Tell me, when do you plan on moving? How long have you lived at this address? Where did you move from? How did you happen to pick this area? If you were to move, where would you go next? And when would that be? Now, notice the theme of every question. It is open-ended, right? If you look at all these questions, they're open-ended questions. Okay? So that's a just listed script. Now, the just sold script, the same one. So for you, Daimara, that listing that you just sold in Brickell, now this is a great opportunity for you to call everyone in that building, if you're able to get a list of all the names and all the phone numbers, and now you're able to go through this just sold script. Okay? And it's the same thing. When do you plan on moving? How long have you lived at this address? So on and so forth. So this is one way that you could build on that listing that you sold. If you got a listing, the same way. You're looking for buyers or sellers for another property, for another listing, if you happen to take a listing. Okay? Now, here's another script, and this is the for sale by owner. The for sale by owner script. Okay? Hi, this is Joel Milian with Canvas Real Estate, and I'm calling about the home for sale. Is this the owner? You could say, I'm doing a survey of all the for sale by owners in the area, and I was wondering, if you sold this home, where would you go next? How soon do you have to be there? How would you rate your motivation to move on a scale of 1 to 10? What methods are you using for marketing your home? How did you determine the sale price? Are you prepared to adjust your price down when working with a buyer? Why did you decide to sell yourself? Or if you were to list, which agent would you list with? None in mind. Fantastic. How did you happen to pick that agent? And so on and so forth. So notice again, the questions are open-ended questions. So these are a couple of scripts that could empower your business, that you could use to build your business. So we have discussed scripts in verbal, scripts in social media, and now I'm going to share with you sharing scripts in writing on sending notes. Okay, so this is a lost art, which is the art of sending notes, but they are powerful when you send notes. Oops. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. All right. So this is something that I've practiced for many years, and it's a lost art. All right. When you speak to someone, and that's why the solid gold information is of importance, is when you speak to someone, now you can send them a note, a thank you note. Thank you for taking the time and speaking with me, or thank you for talking with me. In today's business world, time is precious. You can rest assured that I will always be respectful of the time you invest as we discuss the possibility of a mutual beneficial business opportunity. And guess what? You put a business card in the thank you card. Here's an in-person contact. You spoke to someone in person, the same thing. And there's many reasons why to send notes, personal notes to people. After demonstration or presentation, a thank you after the purchase, a thank you, especially this one, number 5, for a referral. You always want to send someone a thank you note for referring you someone. Okay? Here's another one. When they buy from someone else, a thank you note when they buy from someone else, but offer to give you referrals. Or thank you to anyone who gives you service. So I would say 3 very important ones is someone that you spoke with in contact or in person, someone that sent you a referral, or someone that gave you service. So now you go somewhere and they gave you service. Now you want to make sure you get the individual's name that serviced you and send them a note, send them a thank you note. You have their address, you have their name because you were there, you know where you were at. Send them a thank you note for serving you. Do you think if you send someone a note with your business card in this day and age where customer service has been somewhat lost, where people are not personal, do you think that person will remember you the next time that you give them a call or you happen to drop by in the area and even use their services again? I would say the answer to that, it would be a yes. Okay, because now you're being personal. You're being, you're being a person that's attentive, a person of detail. So this is the power of notes, the note writing notes. So I'm going to be sending every one of you this. Now, the last thing I want to share is the language that you use, the words to use. Okay. This I learned early on in my business. This, what I'm sharing, may be one of the first seminars that I went to over 20 years ago when I broke into this business. I went to a Tom Hopkins selling seminar. Okay. I know you cannot read these words here. I'm going to rewrite this, at least the words, but instead of you using these words here, that they sound like sale-breaking rejection words, why don't you use the following one? Now, instead of using commission, you want to use fee for services. Cost or price, instead of using the cost or price, your total investment. Instead of down payment, you want to use your initial investment. Instead of monthly payment, your monthly investment or amount. Instead of buy, the word own. Instead of sell or sold, get them involved or acquired. Instead of deal, opportunity. Instead of sign, oh, sign here? No. Could you okay my paperwork? Could you approve my paperwork? Could you authorize my paperwork? Could you autograph my paperwork? Number 10, pitch. Instead of pitch, presentation. Number 11, instead of problem, challenges, concerns, or situations. Number 12, objection. I can't appreciate your area of concern. Cheaper. Instead of saying cheaper, say economical. Customer. Instead of customer, say family or people we serve. Looker. Instead of the word looker, researcher. Instead of prospect, future clients. Instead of appointment, visit. So if you incorporate these words and memorize these words as you speak with people, your conversations are more professional. They're more easy. You speak with people in a whole different way and language that they are not used to hearing. And by you doing that, they're going to remember you because of your professionalism and the way you present yourself. So dialogues and scripts is very important. The better you're at it, the more you master this part or this segment of your business, I guarantee you, you'll be more efficient, more productive, and you'll be more profitable at the end of the day. So with this, I'm going to end the training, but before I do, I'm going to ask here Ricardo. Regla, I know you were here in person and you left, but if you're able to unmute yourself, in Daimara, I want you to give me a big aha of anything that you have learned in this training. So tell me, give me a big aha on anything that caught your attention of what I have just shared. Ricardo.
Just the scripts in general in Spanish?
Either way. Yeah, in English.
Oh, okay. Just the scripts in general, because you also call it scripts. Just doesn't have to or
Okay.
But it makes sense in all scripts.
Okay. So this is something they didn't teach you in real estate school, right?
No.
Okay. All right. So good. Yeah. So again, so now that we're talking about that, when you call a call center, and next time you call a call center, pay attention to the dialogue. and you're going to see that they're following a script. Okay, if you pay attention, and that is to guide the conversation. All right. So if call centers are doing it, then you're able to do it. Anywhere you go, here's a great example of a script. You go to a doctor's office. You get there, the window is there. They say, oh, good morning. How are you? Please write your name. A few minutes after, they're going to say, okay, could you fill this out and fill out this form? Those are scripts. When you walk in, they're going to bring you inside the office. They're going to tell you, go to room number 1, go to room number 2, go to room number 3. The doctor will be right with you. That's all scripted. It's all canned presentation. So I have only shared this. In the future, we're going to share a listing presentation, okay, as to what the presentation should have. You should have a canned or scripted presentation that it looks the same, okay? So that's just one side note that I wanted to take. Daimara, tell me, give me a big aha of something that I have shared with you or something that you learned. And unmute yourself. Daimara, comparte algo que aprendiste, algo que te fue de importancia o algo que te llamó la atención sobre lo que he compartido con ustedes. Estás en mute, Daimara. Daimara, no te escucho. Ok, regresamos contigo después. Regla, unmute yourself. Dime, say something, share a big aha or something that stood out as to what I shared.
Well, I learned today the most polite form to request a showing.
Okay.
And the power of the thanks.
Repeat that again.
Always sending thanks for all.
Oh, repeat that again. The last part.
El poder de dar gracias siempre que tenga, tú sabes, en las conversaciones. Si
Okay,
alguien siempre da gracias.
Okay.
Lo que usted mostró, que no lo he podido ver bien porque ahora estoy manejando, pero sé que me lo va a enviar.
Okay.
Y sé que es importante, porque esto demuestra educación, que usted es profesional.
All right. So Regla, it's saying, I'll translate for it. She says the power of giving thanks in a way that, you know, you're showing gratitude and you're being thankful for those dialogues and those conversations that you're having with people. So good take, Regla. All right. And Daimara.
Thank you.
Back to you, Daimara. Unmute yourself. Si estás, no te escuchamos. All right. So with that, I'm going to end today's group coaching on scripts. I will be sending out this recording to each and every agent along with a couple of these attachments, and just make this part of your regular practice. And actually, this is something, script and role play practice is something that every agent should be doing on a regular basis. You should have script and role play partners. You could do this by phone, or you could do it in person. You could do it through Zoom. Just take the initiative, because the better you get at the script and role play, the more effective you're going to be at converting those leads that come across your path in your real estate business. So to this and your success, I want to wish all of you a great day and a great weekend. Take care and God bless.
Same to you, Coach. Get well soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.